What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Ruckus Wrestling. I am Josh Mabry alongside my tag team partner in this journey, Justin Toner. Long time no see, but we're now talking about the things that we want to talk about, even though shout out to sports. We love you. Also, the March Madness. The Madness has begun today. My Louisville Cardinals got the win. I don't care. There was 22 turnovers. They're up by 23 at one point, only by 4. Whatever. A win's a win. Just 5 in advance. It's all what it matters, okay? Hopefully your bracket isn't busted. Duke gave everyone a scare there for a second, being down 11 to 16 seed Siena. Shout out to Jerry McNamara, coach for them. But nonetheless, let's talk some wrestling. Justin, how we doing?
I'm doing okay. Yeah, my bracket already has some misses, but as long as my pick wins it all, then we're going to win our pool. So
there you go. There you go. Well, what's not appearing as of right now is Gunther at WrestleMania, which the goal was for him to go on in his retiring wrestler streak and go against Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio got hurt. So now Gunther, who is retired John Cena, retired AJ Styles.
Yep.
And so you got this guy who is one of the top guys in your company that is retiring OGs, retiring legends, retiring future Hall of Famers, or already Hall of Famers. Obviously, John Cena isn't one yet. And also Goldberg. He did retire Goldberg. And you're not going to have him at WrestleMania. What are we doing? Because right now, as it stands, no Gunther, no LA Knight. There's probably other wrestlers that I'm thinking of that it's not going to be. There's Sami Zayn. For 2 years in a row, we're not going to have Sami Zayn on the card. But, I mean, I am happy that we're getting 6 women's matches. So you have to take out some. But leaving Gunther off the card doesn't make any sense.
And no, it doesn't. This is a big what the F going on here. Like he's been MIA on the show for a while since he beat Dragon Lee. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like look, it sucks if they wanted to do a rematch because I felt like that's where it was leading with the Dragon Lee stuff. But if Ray's not going to be cleared in time, then you got to figure out, give him something else to do.
Yeah. And, I mean, freaking have him challenge Penta at there and then have Dragon Lee.
But then he's got to win the title. You don't want him losing.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it'll probably be like Rey Mysterio might come out and attack.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm aware of. As soon as I said, I'm like, that makes no sense. But I'm just throwing things out in the wall and see what sticks here. Okay, you are correct. That makes no sense. So I don't know what you do. Do you do the whole Vince McMahon stuff and have legends come back just to have Gunther beat them? No, because that's going to be underwhelming.
They got to figure something out. They got a couple weeks. They got to figure something out because having him not be on the Mania card, it would be criminal at this point.
I think they just booked themselves into a corner because Rey Mysterio makes 1,000% sense. But you can't have him lose to just some random other person.
Right.
With how you're booking him.
Nope.
So I like how they're booking him. I love the fact that Gunther is the one that's retiring these legends. But he's you booked him very linear.
Yeah.
So it just stinks of where we're at because injuries happen.
It does.
And hope Ray gets better for that. It looks like I guess we're gonna get a Braun Breaker back. We'll get a little bit more into that. We get into Raw.
Hopefully.
And speaking about just not appearing on WrestleMania, not appearing at all since his debut has been Royce Keys, formerly Powerhouse Hobbs.
Well, he has been. He's been on Main Event though, so it's like, but he's not been on broadcast TV. He's been doing Main Event and like pre-show dark matches stuff. So he's appearing in front of the crowd, but he's not on TV. And so it's like it makes you wonder, like they better have a plan for him because, what's the point of having him debut in the Rumble if you're not gonna have him do anything leading into WrestleMania? That's just like. it's another head scratcher about some of the booking that's been going on lately.
Yeah. But they were saying like there was one rumor that threw out there that he might be with the whole Jelly Roll Miz stuff, and then that's been thrown. They're like, no, he's not going to do that. So I don't know what you do there, but it just people are like, oh, he's run his course at AEW, which I agree with. He ran his course at AEW, but then you go to WWE and you have nothing for him. So why did
that's the problem with when you got someone coming in right before Mania, it's like it makes it more difficult for them to figure out how to do something. But it's like, can you gotta come up with something? I mean, it's like, are you guys that creatively bankrupt? It's like that you can't come up with something. It's like,
I mean, you have a point because Ricky Saints signed around that time last year,
and he went to
NXT. And we were both wanting him to be on the main roster, but as we point to that back then, it's like there was nothing. There was no way.
You're not going to have anything. It's like I get whether they wanted to go over main roster, and that's fine. But if you didn't have anything for him, then why not have him go to NXT just for at least a little bit, just to create a splash?
Right. I mean, have him do some stuff with Ricky. They have history.
Yeah.
We were even saying that too. We're like, hey, he should at least go to NXT, do some stuff with Ricky. It'll be cool. And then once it run its course, then you can go back to the main roster once they have something for him. But I guess they're just like, no, we'll just keep you here. I mean, he was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, so it's not like they're not. They just signed him just to not have him go back just to take him away from AEW.
Right. No, and it's like I saw a lot of I haven't watched the whole thing, but I've seen a lot of clips from it. It's like he is like. It got really deep. He was talking about like a lot of his personal history and like the struggles and some of the stuff he's gone through, and that one of his biggest goals was to get to WWE at some point, and now he's finally achieved that, and he's really happy to be there, and he's talked about how when he decides to hang the boots up, that he like to do what AJ Styles is going to be doing, working behind the scenes. So so it shows that he intends to stay with WWE for quite a while. So it's like come on. I know some people were we were talking about it, that people were doing the dance of joy to if you know what that reference is, I'll give you brownie points. When Road Dogg decided to leave, thinking that everything will be better in SmackDown. It's like, it's not that easy, boys and girls. It's like, no. And we're going to talk about it because SmackDown still got plenty of problems.
Yeah.
Road Dogg being gone doesn't magically cure everything.
No, they had a nice little run though. They did have a nice little run there for a second, but it only, a lot of lamb chop theme songs are going on Raw and SmackDown. A lot of lamb chops. A lot of lamb chop theme songs.
I hope you appreciated me invoking the GIF during SmackDown last week.
Oh yes. We kind of. I liked how we were. It was because it was scary on how much we were out. Like the whole time, I was like, "This is the feud that never ends. It goes on and on." Like, and then you're like, "This is like lamb chop." I'm like, "Oh my god, we're right here. We're right here. This is why that's why we do a show together. Right there on it. Both the lamb chop reference." Show our age. I don't care. Little kids should watch lamb chop.
So,
it's awesome.
To sum up for both, as a message from the entire internet wrestling community to the creative team: get your shit together and come up with something for Gunther and Royce Keys.
Yes. Yeah.
Please.
Now moving on to someone that needs to put his phone down. And just I know the whole shut up and dribble, but right now I just need Ricochet to just do wrestling, buddy. Just do wrestling. I think he pushed his gimmick too far with the heel stuff.
Honestly, I agree with a lot of people. He's been pushing it too far for a while, and I think this was like the final straw where he finally crossed the line. It's one thing to stay in character when you're on social media, when you're a wrestler, and that's not easy. It takes a lot of work. I mean,
Becky's nailing it, by the way.
Yeah, like MJF is one of the best at maintaining his in-ring persona outside the ring. It's like, very like old school kayfabe kind of style. But Yeah, seriously,
tell your man to
it's
put
like
the phone
Samantha probably needs to lock his phone away at this
Yeah,
point.
because Ricochet, once he got on AEW, went heel. He was he went like completely off the rails of just like being crazy
He's like
online.
done some like scorched earth stuff. It's like just going off about a lot of different things, and I don't think we need to show the tweet, but basically got into it. A fan who revealed that they suffer from MS, multiple sclerosis, and at one point Ricochet said that he is has said he was happy that she had MS, and then asked when everyone was like, well, "Okay, what the fuck?
What are you doing, dude?" Like, okay, there's just a time and a place. Like, for one, MJF. Remember MJF like ribbing that fan in a wheelchair?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Like that. There's a video of it, but you can tell the fan and him were on the same page.
Right.
Like, so that was more of like a
if the fan understands what they're doing, it's like, and plus MJF has never said something that offensive.
No,
either. It's like MJF is smart enough to know that there are certain lines you don't cross, even when you're in character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Ricochet apparently doesn't understand or didn't care. I don't know, but thankfully he deleted the tweet. He apologized, which was the right thing to do. And so he's gotten a lot of heat about this, deservedly so. People warning maybe if it's going to cost a job. I don't know if it's going to get to that point, but people, of course, making the comparison to like, well, that's not fair. Look what happened to poor Trey Miguel. And it's like, look, I get it, but it's like, hopefully he's learned his lesson that it's like to try to really chill off with the persona on social media, because this shouldn't have happened. He should have known better. It's like either he was being really stupid or he wasn't even thinking, which is even worse. So I don't know which is worse, but this is a good lesson for everyone. It's like to watch what you say.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think this is one of those, hey man.
Yeah, exactly, Caden. It's like, hopefully he understands how much he fucked up, and I'm not saying he should lose his job either, but it's just like, some people we're talking about that and comparing it to what happened with Trey Miguel, which really sucked. It's like, but it was just like, when I saw that happen, I was just like, oh my god, it's like, really. So it's like, I wonder if this will, hopefully Tony Khan will, I don't know what's going on over there, but it's like, I hate to do the comparison, but someone in WWE would not have done that because they know better.
Right. It's kind of like the inmates around the asylum type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there's a couple of times in the history, there's sometimes where what wrestlers would tell stories and stuff of, Vince is like, had to put the foot down. Mainly the Triple H curtain call situation. And this wasn't this bad. Like, curtain call, all the stuff is just that's a kayfabe, which is a big no, obviously, in the business.
Yeah,
not now, but at that time, and basically Sean was protected.
Sean was WWE champion, so it's like
he wouldn't do anything. Kevin and Scott were gone, so he told Triple H, "You're going to eat a lot of shit," because he had to show the boys he's
someone had to get punished for
right,
that.
and show that. And no, this ain't gonna fly. Like, this is he had to put his foot down. It's kind of the same thing. Is like, if you let all of them just get away with that, it's not, your locker room's not going to work. So and they and now it's a machine.
It's like, they make it clear. It's like, they keep an eye on the social media stuff because they understand. It's like, so. Hopefully this will cause Tony to be a lot more mindful about like making things clear about watch your P's and Q's when you're interacting with fans online, okay?
Well, I put it this way, how I'm mature as a 7-year-old, because that's how old AEW is.
Yeah.
So, they're still learning. I will say that they're still learning. They're putting on good stuff. When we come to Revolution, the show is a different story.
Yeah,
but put on good stuff.
This is a reminder that it's like Tony needs to really have not let the inmates run the asylum too much, which sometimes he does.
Yeah. All right. So we're going. I kind of like how we flow with, if depending on the show, we're going to go right into like the pay-per-view. So for this situation, we'll do Revolution, then we'll do Dynamite. Kind of flow like that. Kind of how we're doing NXT last week and all that stuff. Just how it flows right into it.
Yeah, we'll get AEW all done in one flow, and then we'll go over everything WWE. So
yeah. All right. So you want to start with AEW? You want to start with SmackDown?
Let's do Revolution and Dynamite, and then we'll go over WWE happenings.
All right, sounds good. Let's do AEW. Hit that thing down. Production, woo! AEW Revolution, all 37 hours of it, 0 hour pre-show. Big Boom, AJ, and QT Marshall defeated the Infantry. Willow Nightingale defeated Lena Cross to retain the AEW TBS Championship, and Jack Perry won a blackjack battle royal to win the AEW National Championship because that belt still exists. FTR defeated the Young Bucks to retain the AEW World Tag Team Championships. After the match, the lights went out. When they came back on, the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland made his return. Christian Cage's music also hit, and he went into the ring behind FTR. Christian sprayed something in Dax's eye, and Cope hit a spear on Cash. Christian hit a kill switch on Stoke. Cope and Cage held up the AEW World Tag Team titles. The Young Bucks went into the ring to face off with Cope and Cage as well. Cope and Cage put the titles down in the ring and left. Toni Storm defeated Marina Shafir. After the match, Ronda Rousey came out from the crowd and into the ring. She called Toni out, and she went into the ring and confronted her. Referees and security guards went into the ring to separate them. Shafir punched Toni, and they left as Moxley headed to the ring for his match. John Moxley defeated Kazuchika Takeshita in a no-time limit match to retain the AEW Continental Championship. After the match, Moxley offered a handshake. Takeshita refused at first, but then changed his mind and shook his hand and then left. A video of a man training in some facility aired, and it was clear it was Will Ospreay. He came out to his music to a big pop and attacked Moxley and the Riders. The heels bailed as Ospreay. Well, the heels, we don't know what the hell they are, depending on who they feud with. Bailed as Ospreay stood tall in the ring. Megan Bayne and Lena Cross defeated the Babes of Wrath, Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron to win the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Swerve Strickland defeated Brody King. After the match, Prince Nana brought a cinder block into the ring, but before Swerve could curb stomp him on it, Kenny Omega came out to make the save. Thekla defeated Chris Stanley in the best 2 out of 3 falls match to retain the AEW World Women's Championship. Mystico and Jet Speed defeated the Don Callis family in a 6-man tag team match to win the AEW World's Trios Championship. Andrade El Idolo defeated Bandito. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roger Strong defeated David Finlay, Clark Connors, and Gabriel Kidd in a 6-man tornado tag match. And in the main event, MJF did defeat Hangman Page in a Texas death match to retain the AEW World Championship. After the match, the AEW medical team checked on Page and put him on a stretcher. MJF posed with a title on top of Hangman on the stretcher to close out the pay-per-view. Justin, I know you said on our Discord, all 37 hours of this show, you gave it a B+. Most people, as far as the IWC are concerned, they were very happy with it. For what I've seen on the internet, and I would concur. Yes, was it perfect? No, but it was damn fun. And for as much crap as we give WWE for this thing called wrestling on their pay-per-views that you really don't have a lot of, it's more of ad breaks. We were nailed with it. So it's either going to get not enough or too much. We're never going to get that perfect bowl of porridge that was WWE Evolution.
Yeah, it's annoying how you got the two extremes with WWE AEW, where some WWE pay-per-views have too few matches, and AEW frequently has too many fucking matches. And yes, overall, we had several really good to banger matches on this show. So I really enjoyed the pay-per-view overall. I definitely felt it was worth the money I spent on HBO Max to watch it. But the one of the big problems is what's always been a problem for AEW pay-per-views is they're too fucking long. There's
Andrade's match and Bandito's match, as good as it was, did not need to go 20 minutes.
Yeah, and plus there was other matches that really didn't need to be on the show because the builds and the feuds didn't justify them being on a pay-per-view. Like you could have cut out like at least 2 or 3 matches and trimmed an hour off the show, and it would have been even better.
Right.
I mean, like between the pre-show and the how fucking long the main event match was, we had wrestling from 7 to 12:30 Eastern time. So that's 5.5 hours of wrestling, including the pre-show. That's just way too much. Thank God I had the day off the next day, so it's like I didn't mind it. I was like, well, this thing's probably going to go past midnight, so it's a good thing I don't have to work tomorrow or about going to bed early.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest things, and some of the matches were, like I said, didn't feel like they didn't need to be on the show, because like for example, I mean, with that being, I mean, I appreciate that they kept it short. I mean, I wasn't surprised that Megan Bailey Cross won't beat Willow and Harley for the tag titles. I had a feeling that was coming, especially after the pre-show where Willow was, oh no, I think I'm hurt. I don't know if I can be able to go.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, I see what's coming. Yeah, I mean, like Andrade and Bandito, that was a banger match and one of the best matches on the show. But that at least had been built up, so I don't mind it being there. But like the 6-man didn't need to be on there. Like, you could have left the tag title match off if it was going to be that short. The two ones that, I mean, the 2 6-man matches, like for the trios titles, and then Darby, Orange, and Roddy versus the Dogs. Those were made like at the last fucking minute. Those 2 could easily have been saved for Dynamite instead. You could have taken those 2 off of it.
Yeah.
Now,
you could, well, at least the audience got their money's worth, and the tickets weren't jacked up like WWE's are.
Yeah, it's just like if you cut out the filler, it would have been an even better pay-per-view.
You could say, well, Caden, do you like anime? If you do, I'm a big fan of not Naruto's filler shit. So, like that show would be perfect if they cut all the filler.
As a go-get. Yeah, it's like Bandito's really like become one hell of a worker.
Bandito is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, like, I'm with you, dude. But filler is just so stupid, and that's what disturbs me about certain shows.
Now, before we get into the matches, the other thing on the show was that we got multiple returns, not just one. We got multiple people coming back.
Yeah. And a debut.
We'll get to that because that's one of my negatives on the show. Is who I think before we get to talk about her. Yeah.
I stopped. I tried Naruto. I'm like, when are we going to get to the story? Like, don't worry. There's about 7 episodes of nothing, and then we're going to get to the part where they keep with the story going. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So
my only complaint is that it felt like he jammed all the big returns like within like the first hour. I was just like, I was like, holy shit, man! It's like it felt like a little bit like overloading. Maybe you could have spaced things out a little bit because first you had Adam Copeland and Christian finally back. Copeland's finally done filming another season of Percy Jackson for Disney Plus. So him and Christian are finally back to go get their take the tag titles from FTR like we've been talking about for a long fucking time. But I will say I am intrigued that the Bucks are not out of the picture, so it feels like we got like a 3-way thing going on between these 3 teams or the tag titles.
I like that stare. I like that stare down that they did. I really appreciate the stare down.
Did appreciate that. The biggest surprise was Will Ospreay coming back this soon from his neck fusion surgery. That's awesome news. Really happy he's back. But yeah, like you said, it's weird because the fans have like pushed Moxley to babyface territory, even though the Death Riders are still the rest of them are heel, and Ospreay is coming after him because they put him on the shelf. He was written off TV by the Death Riders for to have the neck fusion surgery. So it makes sense that that he would go after them for payback with his return. But anyway, great he's back. The Ronda Rousey return. The showing up. Okay. That one really was, I was like, I literally said, like, what the fuck? Ronda Rousey? When she showed up on screen. I'm not going to go into the specifics, but, I have a group chat on Facebook with some of my friends who are also wrestling fans that we created specifically to talk wrestling. And we were chatting because they were watching, some of them were watching the show alongside of me. And when that happened, our universal agreement was like, what the fuck? Seriously? Like,
no.
Look,
and it's not the other controversial stuff that she said in the past, and the fact that Trey Miguel isn't on the roster.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she talked shit about wrestling and about the wrestling fans, and she wasn't appreciative of it. I know why she's there, because her and Marita Shafir are friends, super close.
And she has a good relationship with Tony.
Yeah.
She wrestled like a year and a half ago in Ring of Honor in a tag match with Marina way back. So she already has an existing. She's already on good terms with Tony Khan as it is. It's very obvious that Tony took advantage of the situation, because Marina was like, "Hey, how about Ronda, show up," and TK be like, "Oh yeah, of course," because I'll get media attention and clicks, and not really thinking about how the fact that how people feel about her, and also please don't have her do any kind of match with Tony, for the love of God. I feel it's probably going to happen. Not going to happen now, because she's got the Gina Carano fight coming up, and there's no way she's going to do a wrestling match and risk getting injured, because that is a big motherfucking money match on Netflix.
That's a lot of money.
Gina Carano fight.
A lot of money.
A lot of money in the line there. So if something's going to happen, it would happen after Ronda and Gina Carano have their fight on Netflix coming up in, I think it's just under 2 months.
Yeah,
I think it's May. But
sure, I don't keep up with it.
But my problem is, the last time we saw Ronda wrestling regularly, it was in WWE, and she stunk up the motherfucking joint. That last run was god awful.
With Shayna? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not just talking about Shayna. Remember she won the Rumble. She came back. She won the Rumble, and was going to face Charlotte at WrestleMania. They had a horrible match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
The rematch at Backlash was better. It was decent. It was I think it was like a street fight. And then she won the title, and then Liv cashed in her Money to Bank on her, and then she feuded with Liv, and that was that was absolutely horrible. The feud she had with Liv. And then her and Shayna won the tag titles, but then Shayna turned on her, and then she jobbed to Shayna at SummerSlam and left. Yeah. So that whole run was just absolute trash.
Right.
And it's so do not care to see her in any capacity in AEW. So, but knowing TK, it's about the money. It's probably going to happen. So, so we may not like it, but if TK wants it, it's gonna happen.
What does the Macho Man say?
We may not like it, but accept it.
Yeah. Also, too, my favorite match on the WrestleMania card involves someone that has made some really pretty bad choices. I'll give you 42 reasons of why that. But so there you go on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus, yes, that match that they had, it was supposed to be like an MA style match at SummerSlam, was god awful. On that. All right, let's get into some good stuff here. Obviously, let's go to the good.
FTR Young Bucks was
Kenny coming back was nice, but like I said, it felt like they crammed all those. We had Coben, Christian, Ospreay, Ronda Rousey, and Omega all showing up with the first 90 minutes. It's it felt like a bit of an overload.
One last thing I will say: Edge, Adam, Cope, whatever you want to call yourself. the avenge shit, just lights go out. You think you know me. You don't have to have that thing. That was corny as crap.
It was a bit much. Yeah, I'll agree on that. Let's get to the point.
Lights go out. You think you know me. It does its job, man. It's done its job for the past 20 years.
I was happy that I was like, okay, great. Now they're finally back. Now we can finally get them in FTR for the titles. And that's already, we'll get to that. That's already been made official for the next pay-per-view Dynasty. So,
but go ahead with the good.
So let's get to the good. The opening match, like I said, because they've done it so many times, I wasn't like too high on FTR and the Bucks having another match for the tag titles. But on the other hand, I was like, it's probably going to be a hell of a match. Well, it exceeded my expectations. That opening match was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My only criticism, yes, you're right. My only criticism is, didn't need to be fucking blood when you got a fucking Texas death match later in the show.
No, and especially
that bothered me.
He knew what Brody and Swerve were going to do too, but it's Tony Khan.
Now, to Swerve and Brody's credit, they did not bleed, but they really beat the fuck out of each other within the confines of not having any kind of like stipulation.
Right.
Takeshita, I think that was hard way, so I'm not going to be too hard on that.
Hard way.
But them having blood in that match was not necessary. It was a hell of a match where it did not need the blood. So but it was still awesome. Everything after the match was great with Kofi Christian, and also making clear that the Young Bucks are not out of the picture when it comes to tag titles either. So we got this three-way battle going on over here between all three teams over the titles, which I'm all for. So that was good. Moxley and Takeshita was great. My only complaint about that match was who won. I think Takeshita should have won the fucking title. I was disappointed that Moxley went over on him. But I did like the post-match angle where he hesitated, but then did the babyface move of shaking his hand, showing sign of respect. So that's going to add more fuel to him being finally getting out of the Don Callis family, because they already were giving him shit about it on Dynamite. So I like that. Ospreay coming back, fucking awesome. Glad he's back. Tony and Marina, that could have been left off the show. Honestly, it was okay.
It's because it's Tony Storm.
Yeah, it's because it's Tony. And we already went over the Ronda thing. We don't need to rehash that.
Right.
Mega Bane and Lena and Cross. That was basically like a squash match, but I'm okay with that because it was they set it up with Willow not being 100% after fighting Lena on the pre-show for the TBS title.
And finally Bane gets a title.
Yeah, it's nice that Megan Bane finally has some gold on the race. She's really awesome. Lena Cross is really impressive. Those two are big, strong women. So, so I like that they got the tag titles on them, and hopefully they'll have a good run with them. It's like they're definitely going to be a formidable team that's definitely going to help the tag division on the women's side. Swerve and Brody was awesome. Loved it. That vertebraker onto the concrete was brutal. I was just like, no, not the vertebraker on the concrete. Vertebraker is one of the nastiest looking moves in wrestling, but doing it right onto the freaking exposed concrete, even I was like,
That's the match where they left it all in the field. Left it all out in the field.
Like, we're gonna push the envelope out, within like not getting disqualified, and it's like I appreciated the brutality in that match. It fit with what had been built up before. I was surprised that Brody lost that kind of cleanly. I mean, it's like it wasn't like he didn't like do any kind of major cheating or anything. So that was I thought maybe Swerve would pull some more shenanigans to beat Brody, kind of like give him a little bit of a.
I don't think it hurts him though. I'm surprised he lost clean, but I don't think it hurts Brody's momentum.
Okay, hopefully not. Kenny showing up afterwards, that made sense because the swing between him and Swerve is not over with, and talk about that Dynamite because we got some interesting stipulations involved with them heading into Dynasty. Tekla versus Statlander, that one would disappoint me. it wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't like a great match. It felt like a match that you would expect on Dynamite, not on pay-per-view. It didn't like reach like pay-per-view level quality. So that one was a little disappointing. I knew that Tekla winning was no surprise. You know, she just won the title, so that wasn't a surprise. The trios title match was fine. That was entertaining. Andrade Bandito was one of the best matches of the show. Those two fucking cooked. that deadlift for the 21 plex, I was like, holy shit, dude! It's like that they did some like holy shit moves in that match. It's like holy cow.
Yeah. But yeah, no, they
No, she is not GIF. It's rumored that her contract is coming up soon, and people are speculating whether or not she's going to resign or bail to WWE.
She's one of the people that I don't think is going to. I just don't think they're going to fit there. I wouldn't mind it, but
I wouldn't mind it. But I don't know if that would be the best move for her. In the end, she's got to make what she thinks is the best move for herself.
Right.
You know. So,
and I think she's established herself enough on AEW that she's going to be up in the main card, mid card, always going to be utilized.
Her world title one started out good, but then the booking failed her because like it started out good. I mean, she beat Tony not once but twice to keep the title, and then she beat Mercedes on top of that. So she beat two of the top two women that Tony has in his women's division, in Tony and Mercedes. She beat them both during her title run. But then kind of after that, that's when things kind of like fell, petered off. It's like with the booking and.
Stat and Rhea would be fun, but you'll be fun. Rhea versus anyone that's good at wrestling.
Right.
So, it's also be fun. Io versus any woman that's good at wrestling. So, I mean, I get what you're saying though.
Yeah. No. Like the 6-man, that was like whatever. That definitely was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom kind of match. It's like, all right. The main event. Main event was really good. Really, really good. My only complaint is that it was just too long. It was 45 minutes long. That was way too long.
The storytelling between these two was so top notch.
The storytelling saved the match, and
I don't like the syringe. I don't like any syringe.
I'm not
a needle guy. I'm not a needle guy at all.
No, I didn't like that.
I love the window/door spot.
Also, the light loops coming out. I was like, please don't be pulling out of. What's his name? Gage's playbook from GCW. It's like, please don't be doing don't be doing like Gage. And I saw light tubes and it's the skewers into the forehead spot. I mean, there was some insane things that they did this match. I'm just like, come on, guys.
Some of the things that stood out to me. One is MJF totally not doing isn't down for the Texas Death.
Oh, he totally is. That's why he was. That's why it's like he was like more than willing to do these kind of insane spots in the match because that's who he is.
The freaking him running around the ring and then Hangman clocking him with the garbage can lid and being like dumbass was just hilarious. Him breaking the window and then sweeping the glass.
Yes, I was about to say one of my favorite spots was him grabbing the broom and sweeping the broken glass out of the ring, so it wouldn't hurt him anymore. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, and the ending was so cinema.
It was
of him.
The ending was great.
Hangman hitting his forehead on that camera and the blood stain on the camera. And you can tell the people in the back were screaming, do not wipe that. Do not wipe that. For
I'm sure Tony Khan was like, do not wipe the camera lens. Stay. It's like, keep it there.
Yeah. Got a lighter. Yeah, that was good.
That was funny.
Yeah. So and the right guy won.
Yes. I like the storytelling was that Hangman tried everything. MJF survived, and Hangman overestimated MJF, and he beat him at his own game in Texas Death Match.
And that's what MJF has done.
Yep,
he beat Bryan Danielson
in Iron Man. And it was awesome.
It was awesome. He beat Hangman in Texas Death. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
For it, I know it's not for that stuff's not for everybody, and sometimes being just and been like, dude, like you said, the Nick Gage.
I don't mind hardcore, but there's certain things where it's just like
don't be hardcore just to be hardcore. Be hardcore, but tell a story behind it. It's the same thing of why, what Punk said to that reporter. You're just going to do a Hell in a Cell straight off the bat? No, you lead up to. You don't just do a Hell in a Cell, just have a Hell in a Cell, which is why that pay-per-view sucked, because it ruined the mystique of Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, you don't just have Hell in a Cell match, just have a Hell in a Cell match. That's why That's why Drew and CM Punk's Hell in a Cell match was fucking awesome, because the feud earned it ending in Hell in a Cell.
It earned it. This earned the Texas Death Match. So it did what it needed to do, because guess what? MJF's really fucking good, and so is Hangman.
Yeah, he is. He's really fucking good. And it's like, really putting the title back on him was the best move that Tony has done recently, because it's definitely helped revitalize like the main event scene. Like, we got so many interesting possibilities and side feuds, because there's so many people who want to get their hands on MJF the title. I mean, we got the buildings of a great feud between Kenny Omega and Swerve, because they both want to get to MJF the title, but they don't like each other, and so they're settling their issues, but it's to see who gets the first crack. And we got other people. Have
Brody, Bandino, Andrade, Will Ospreay. Still, and
then we'll talk about Darby threw his hat in the ring, and that's creating another storyline. So that's all good. I really enjoyed the match. It's just like it was just I would have rated it higher if it wasn't as long as it was, and some of the over the top spots could have been some of the more, like the syringe and the fucking tubes. It's like nah. The electricity blow up, that was a bit much.
And then they kicked out at 2. It's like, oh, come on.
That could have been the fucking ending of the match.
Right. And they kicked out at 2. It's like, all right, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Remember when a guy would just get DDP'd?
It was still very well done and entertaining, and it was a great way to end the show. So
all in all, well done.
Yeah. So despite some flaws and the typical this pay-per-view is too fucking long, it was a very good show, and definitely the best pay-per-view of the year so far. It's like light years better than both Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber were. So WWE's got their work cut out for you. It's like, you better deliver a pretty good WrestleMania, because Revolution was pretty good. So
yeah, and there might have been something on Raw that we were like, there was a couple of comments we'll get to when we talk about Raw. They're like, someone watched Revolution and be like, oh shit, we got to step our game up.
They definitely Raw definitely felt like we need to step our game up, because AEW just had a really good pay-per-view.
Yeah. Now let's get to Dynamite. Ospreay defeated Blake Christian. Post-match, Ospreay calls out Jon Moxley and threatens to snap his neck with his bare hands. Cue Moxley coming through the crowd, so Ospreay charges into the crowd, and the brawl is on. They fight into the ring until Pac comes out for the save, and Ospreay is caught in the brutalizer until officials get them separated. The Death Riders defeated the Bang Bang Gang. In a pre-tape promo, Kenny Omega said he wants to face Swerve Strickland one more time, and if Strickland is so confident, he can put the number one contendership on the line. Gabe Kidd goes to a parking lot outside the building where Darby Allin tries to run him over with a car. The brawl is on, with Allin getting the better of things and throwing him into the trunk. Then Allin gets in the car and drives onto a pile of trash, which flips the car over. Allin breaks out of the window and then pops the trunk so that Kidd falls down in a heap. He puts him on a cart and takes him into the arena for the match. Darby Allin then defeats Gabe Kidd in a coffin match. After the match, Darby told MJF he's coming for him in the AEW championship. So good run, Gabe Kidd. You had a good run in AEW. It was fine. Yeah, you did good. Prince Nana came out to introduce Swerve Strickland, who sits in a chair in the ring. Swerve talks about power, which he didn't give even after winning at Revolution. The reality is that power can be more important than titles. There is no reason for him to face Omega again, except for one thing. Omega has power. So if he wants to face Swerve again for the number one contendership, he can put his EVP title on the line in return, and Swerve will get it. Swerve will get it if he wins. Mike Bailey defeated Mark Davis. Mina Shirakawa defeated Marina Shafir in a no-holds-barred match. This was supposed to be a timeless Toni Storm against Shafir, but a video aired earlier showing someone attacked her in the dressing room and laid her out, so Mina took her place. In the back, Andrade says wants the AEW title, but gets a briefcase full of money from MJF. Don Callis calls in to say that the deal is to get rid of Darby Allin for MJF. Andrade didn't seem thrilled, but took the money. In the main event, Jack Perry and the Young Bucks defeated the Don Callis family in a 6-man tag team match. Post-match, the Bucks say they blew it at Revolution and have to admit that FTR was the better team. The Bucks' dad told them to remember who they are and work their way back to the top. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage come out, with Copeland saying they shouldn't hang their heads after a match as great as the one they had. Copeland knows what it is like to hate FTR, which is why he and Cage are challenging them for the tag titles at Dynasty. Cage says if they win, they get a bunch of money and prove their greatness. Cue FTR and Stokely, with FTR coming straight to the ring and getting beaten up by the babyfaces. The Bucks and Cope and Christian both hold the title. Tag team titles are shown to close out the show. So, good job on Revolution. What the fuck?
I'm glad you said that because holy cow, was this a
all over the place. All the fuck
weak ass follow up to a great pay-per-view.
All over the place.
At least there was some storyline advancement for certain things. Like
the Swerve stuff was great. The Swerve and
Kenny Omega with them getting that, they're setting up a match at Dynasty where the number one contendership is aligned, but also if Swerve wins, he'll take Kenny's EVP title and the power that comes with it. So that adds a lot of intrigue to that match. I like that. But look, I understand you want to have Ospreay come back in the ring right away, but he's wrestling somebody who's basically a jobber we don't care about. At least the post-match stuff was interesting. So it looks like he's got to probably go through Pac in order to get to Moxley first. Okay, whatever.
AEW always does that, where like a guy returns and then he has a jobber, and then they have like an after match. So just to kind of give the fans what they want, play the hits, and then we can proceed with the storyline.
Yeah, like the Bang Bang Gang is just like, yep, they're jobbing to Death Riders. Yeah. Oh my God! Just when I think Darby Allin can't do something more insane, he crashes a motherfucking car. It's like that. It's like he
just have the coffin match, man.
There was no stunt doubles. He put Gabe Kidd in the trunk of that car and he flipped the fucking car. It's like, oh my God! It's like, dude. It's like he's really asking to end up in a wheelchair before his career's over. Dear God.
This wasn't.
I literally was. I literally was like, what the fuck is this?
And then the whole like MJF, Andrade, Don Callis family. I'm like, what? Why? That's what you decide to do afterwards,
right? But like, why should Andrade do MJF's dirty work when he wants to get his hands on the title? Just because Don Callis said so? It's like
I like that. No comment, but hey, good car spot. It was a good car spot. I mean, you're not wrong. It's just like, just have the coffin match.
I don't blame I just love how, I don't blame Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Bryan Danielson be just like, okay, that just happened.
Right.
They didn't lose their minds. They're just like, okay, that happened. Like they were just like, I don't know what else to say.
Right? Yeah, got nothing. You could have not had the Marina Shafir.
And then you had it's like you had two like fucking like no holds barred matches between the coffin match and the no holds barred match. I will say it's nice to see Mina Shirakawa not do a job for once and actually win a match, because she's been in Jobberville for quite a while. So, I guess maybe Tony wasn't completely 100% cleared because they wrote her out of that match because that match was advertised and they decided to change it the last fucking minute.
No, it was supposed to be that. It didn't help that this crowd was dead as shit.
Oh yeah, the crowd. That's the other thing that hurt the show. That crowd was like, outside of a few things like Ospreay and a few other things, they were like dead.
Yeah, because there's a couple of times where the WWE show, I'm like, that was a good show, but it just felt underwhelming because the crowd just sucked. And if you look on this card on paper, just look at the card on paper and the storyline progression that they're getting, you're like, oh yeah, this seems like a pretty solid show. But that crowd sucks so bad and we had to swip out Tony with Mina, and it just
right. And
underwhelmed because
from what I heard from people there, they didn't make it. They didn't show that video of Tony getting attacked in her dressing room and being taken to the match and Mina taking her place. So they didn't know that Tony was being replaced until Mina came out. So that's not smart booking. It's like, that's gonna deflate the crowd because they're expecting fucking Timeless to come out. Instead, they get Mina. Nothing against Mina. Mina's cool, but they're expecting fucking Timeless Tony Storm.
Right. Yeah.
So if you didn't make that clear to the audience, I was gonna be like, "What? Wait, where's Tony? What the fuck?"
Yeah. But I mean, the tag team division with the FTR, the Bucks, and Edge and Christian is fun stuff, man.
Yes.
That being said, the whole biting the dick spot was stupid.
That was very stupid.
Man, what are we doing? What are we doing with that? Like who greenlit that spot? Look, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. This was a really.
It was the fact of you had all that momentum and you just
and
followed up with this.
And it's kind of it was like this was like a wet fart. It's like wait, what? You had a great pay-per-view and you follow up with a shitty Dynamite. It's like, come on, man.
It wasn't terrible. It was just especially with the Dynamites that we've had.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not entirely the crowd's fault. It definitely didn't help things. That the crowd wasn't dead for some stuff. It's like but yeah, it's just like there wasn't a lot to be excited about the show. It's like so
really wasn't. Yeah. But that being said, AEW is really hot right now. Just
the main event scene is hot. I mean, like. I'm liking the Kenny and Swerve feud, which is a side effect of everyone wanting to get their hands on MJF for the title. Darby's throwing his hat in the ring, which is good because move on from the dog stuff, please, for the love of God. Although it's weird that it's like basically MJF is trying to farm out Andrade to do his dirty work, and I did like that Andrade definitely had the face of like, are you fucking serious?
Right.
But he still took the money anyway because it's money. It's like,
I did like, and then also obviously tag division with FTR, the Bucks, and Edge and Christian is fun stuff. But yes. I did enjoy Christian still being Christian of like Edge or like the Bucks were like, you got to earn it, you got to do this, and Edge was like, yeah, do this, and then Christian was like, I'm just doing it so I can win a title and get money, man. And then Edge was like, all right, what are we doing? He just starts laughing.
I still appreciate that Christian is still a heel in the
right. Talk about your dead father.
It's like no, let's not go there.
No, let's not go there. But yeah, it's just you have it, Tony, and then you have to take two steps back for some reason.
You had great momentum coming out of that pay-per-view, and you squandered a lot of it. So
not a lot of it, but it left me very disappointed.
It was very disappointing.
But speaking about kind of disappointing, let's go to SmackDown.
Yeah, let's talk about another show that wasn't good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, it's like the Obafemi song. It really is an Obafemi. That's an Obafemi drill song right there. All right, so SmackDown. McIntyre opens the show saying Aldis screwed him. Aldis comes out and said he screwed Cody out of the Rumble and the Chamber. So therefore, he kind of screwed himself. Jacob Fatu confronts Drew and said, no, I screwed you. Drew gets fed up and quits. Trick Williams confronts Jacob in the back. Aldis makes the match between Trick Williams and Jacob Fatu. I was like, all right, that's great, but I knew it was going to happen, so kind of got a little deflated. The Wyatts defeated the MFTs, but Tama keeps the lantern. Cue the lamb chop music. If you know, you know.
Jay defeated that doesn't end, for the love of God.
Stop. Jay defeated Michin. It's okay. Charlotte and Alexa and Nia Jax in a no contest when Nikki Bella attacks Nia. So kind of side parts of that. Sammy had another intense moment with Cody in the back. Priest and R-Truth defeated Los Garza in a solid match. Danhausen curses the Miz, which proceeds which proceeded to curse the Miz's TV segment with Jelly Roll. Kit Wilson comes out. For one thing, Miz's mic doesn't work, and Jelly Roll ended up punching Miz instead of Kit Wilson. Tiffany Stratton defeated Kiana James. Trick defeated Jacob Fatu when McIntyre came back for the distraction, hit a Claymore to stand tall. And the contract signing between Cody and Randy ended with Randy going full scorched earth on Cody, blooding him, and ending with him sitting in the middle of the ring holding the belt with Cody's blood on his shirt to close out the show. So that segment worked.
Yes.
The beginning segment worked.
Was the saving grace of the show. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'll just put it this way. The ending segment worked. The beginning segment worked.
Yeah. Everything in the middle, most of it.
Well, Danhausen.
Boy, talk about a quick recovery from a disappointing debut, because Danhausen is over.
Yes. And because, speaking about Danhausen, because the show sucked so bad, because literally it was just the 2 segments and that was it. Like, I'm sorry. The rest of the show was not good. It was boring. You thought we were just disappointed in AEW. This was just boring.
It was. There was a lot of boringness on the show. And that's one of the most offensive things you could have with a wrestling show. For the other positives, besides the contract signing, the one other positive I did like the Trick Jacob Fatu match. I thought that was really good until Drew showing up. Now surprise. That annoyed me. It fits his character, but he's done the quitting thing 3 times the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like, can you come up with something a little bit different, Triple H? I mean, really?
He's quit 3 times. He's been indefinitely suspended and come back the next show.
Right.
Just come on. So, guys, to give you some enjoyment, because I need it, let's just do some Danhausen stuff, shall we? Let's just show some Danhausen fun stuff. So this is Danhausen in the back.
Hey, where's the line? Where?
Wait, what?
And that's the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so.
That's who it is.
Yeah, that's me. What? What?
On, babe. Can I call you right
That's
back?
the bottom line.
It's dead.
What? I think I can call Steve Austin too.
That's
I've got some bad news for you. And that's the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so. That's me.
You're Cold Steve.
I'm Cold Steve Austin. He believes it.
I couldn't tell with the ball cap on there.
No, it's just my hair. I'm bald all the time.
Okay.
What? What? What?
Hey.
Yeah. And that's the bottom line. Of some sort. He thinks I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cold Steve said so. It's the bottom line. Wait, he's fast. Yeah, well, Cold Steve Austin. Nice to meet you. WWE legend.
You're what?
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 What? We got him. And that's the bottom line, because Cold Steve said so.
Is that Danhausen?
Oh, crap.
Is that Danhausen? Oh no, he was fine of me. And Sean Ross said that they should use that him breaking the plastic fork as his Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance. He was around there.
That was hilarious.
And then, guys, for some generation, we have a person who's we have Danielle Hausen or Topanga Hausen.
This is both Ryder and Will's first ever WrestleMania.
Are we going to address this? Are we going to talk about it at all?
Talk about what?
Just going to go on as if you're not wearing face paint?
Well,
We're just going to go on as if everything's normal?
Seriously?
I think Topanga got some work. But we don't talk about it.
Danhausen, one of my favorite wrestlers. He's here for WrestleCon.
WrestleCon? Wait, what's WrestleCon?
That's different from WrestleMania.
But yeah, so he's here for WrestleCon and to announce a new wrestling figure. And I have a figure that's a part of Danhausen's wrestling figure. It's Danielle Hausen.
Yeah. So there you go. That's more. Those 2 videos are more enjoyable than the middle part of SmackDown.
Amen.
Yes. For those youngins out there, that is Topanga, Danielle Fisher. She's a goddess, and she also is a really big wrestling fan. And so is Vanessa Hudgens. She was at one of the shows. She's always appearing in a lot of stuff. So she's.
I think she was at the most. I think she was either Raw or SmackDown. Oh, I forgot. There was there was a couple celebrities at Revolution. Wade Brady, he got involved during the pre-show.
Oh, that's right. He did. Wayne Brady was there. Yeah. That was there. But yeah, Trick. But like Tiffany, Kiana, it's fine.
Right.
Priest and R-Truth. I love the fact that let's just hype up the tag team scene with putting two random singles wrestlers together.
Like they have nothing better to do with them, which
right.
is sad.
Jade and Meechin did the best she could. Jade's just not good.
No,
she's just not good. Charlotte and Alexa, it could have been a good match, but we knew exactly where that was going, so that was kind of telegraphed.
Yeah, the Bells going to interfere. We're definitely building toward a multi-team match for the tag titles at Mania.
I did like the backstage on how Trick approached Jacob because Jacob was just like,
yeah,
I'm gonna whoop him. And he's like, whoop. And I was like, okay, that was pretty.
I did like that. Yeah, Danhausen cursing Miz, good stuff.
But yeah, the opening McIntyre, I liked Aldis is like, you screwed Cody. Like, why wouldn't I give him the match? He's like, he lost an Elimination Chamber. He lost a Royal Rumble. He's like, yeah, because of you. You weren't even involved and you made yourself involved. So therefore I'm going to do it. I was like, okay, that you at least made that continuity work. Jacob coming out and basically being like, yeah, I did it. And then doing the whole thing there. But slow clap for that segment with Randy and Cody.
That's the juice that feud needed heading into Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people thought maybe it would be better if you wait until Mania to do the heel turn. That's understandable, but I think that it adds excitement to that match to help hype it up because he destroyed Cody. Like this wasn't just like a simple heel turn. It's like he brutalized him, and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll see what happens because the crowd was definitely like they love Randy, so they didn't want to boo him. So I was like, there wasn't, there was some boos, but there was still a lot of cheers for Randy.
There was a lot of cheers.
So
that was the thing. People were like, why are they cheering Randy? He's supposed to go heel. I was like, because it's Randy.
Right. People like maybe they're tired. No, it's like they still like Cody. It's the same thing with Cena last year. They don't want to boo him.
No. And plus,
they want to see Randy win number 15.
This is the Randy that we are us like just devious people like we.
So they got to be very careful how they what they say. So there's also some other intrigue because of something that happened on Raw with Randy. So we'll get to that in a bit here.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing was awesome and the saving grace of a really boring show.
Yeah, that Miz TV segment was god awful. It did nothing and was boring. But yes, no. I did. Someone did point it out. I was like, all right, Cody, you're a baby face. You've got a WrestleMania match. How are we going to hype this up? Bloodied me. Okay, cool. Because if you go back, The Rock in WrestleMania 40, bloodied him. John Cena leading up to WrestleMania 41, bloodied him. Randy Orton leading up to WrestleMania 42, bloodied him. It's kind of rinse and repeat, but it works. So far, we're 3 for 3 on that working as far as the build is concerned. You're good there. But yeah, no, as far as SmackDown, I wish we would have more time to talk about it. But I'd rather just watch more backstage stuff with Danhausen. So let's go on to Raw, which was a better show.
Much better show.
SmackDown, but that's not saying a whole lot. On that. Monday Night Raw. The show opened up with Seth's wacky inflatable masked men. He says whoever stands with Paul Heyman will be taken out. Heyman comes out looking rough. He says FAFOF5, which brings out Lesnar. They have a stare down when the lights go out, and Oba Femi comes out. Seth distracts Brock just enough for Oba to hit the fall from grace on Lesnar. He then, with a little instruction from Brock, stood on his chest and pointed to the WrestleMania sign. Wow. Anyway, Americano defeated OG. Cue the lamb chop music, and that, as this doesn't look over. at all. AJ Lee defeated Bayley to retain the IC title. Becky then comes back and attacks Lee afterwards. Roman arrives and is joined by the Usos. They have a nice little callback segment to the Bloodline days with Roman sitting on the couch and the Usos kind of flanking him, just shooting the breeze. Penta defeated Dragon Lee to retain the U.S. title in a solid match. Heyman tells Logan Paul in theory they should go after the tag titles because, yeah, everyone saw that a mile away. Natty defeated Dupree, and God, I hope that's not a lamb chop situation there. Randy Orton says there's more than one royal family. Intriguing, as we alluded to talking about the SmackDown stuff. Danhausen curses Grayson Waller after Kofi is trying to recruit Javon Evans. Vaquer defeated Raquel Rodriguez. Liv has a vignette saying she's been planning on kicking Finn out of the Judgment Day all along. Really? For 2 years you've been playing this. Okay, whatever. And then CM Punk and Roman face off number 3. Wasn't as good as the other two, but still solid. The finish with Punk saying the Punkymaniacs, and that was cringe. And hitting Roman after Roman called him old was odd to close out the show. So the segment started off good, and then that last little bit to me just didn't land the plane.
It didn't land as good as the previous interactions.
It was still good.
It was still good. It was just weird that him calling Punk old is what set him off and caused him to punch him in the face. I thought it was a little weird.
Yeah.
But there's still some good lines in there. You know, it was just like it just wasn't as good as the previous stuff. So I'm still excited for that match, but that was a bit of a disappointment, especially after what happened between him and the Usos last week, which was great.
Yeah, and the Usos part of it, them sitting there, it was cool. Like to see a little callback. Yeah, we'll get to that opening. We'll get to that opening here shortly. I won't go over the rest of the show, and then we'll just close out of Raw talking about that opening. The Usos sitting there saying like, "Yeah, man." Oh, and then
yeah, it's like that was really weird that Io decided to insert herself into what's going on between Stephanie and Liv in the Judgment Day. I guess the only thing that makes sense is that it's because Raquel screwed her out of the gauntlet match last week. So, and plus she has respect for Stephanie. So, you know, but it was a little odd. It's like, because also it doesn't look like we're going to get like Io versus Asuka. It looks like the Kabukis are going to be involved in the tag title match at Mania.
Yeah.
AJ versus Bayley, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. You can tell AJ's finally getting her feet under.
Yep. And that meant a lot to both of them because of how close they are. Yeah, it's like, so that was really nice.
Yeah.
Becky attacking her as like, yep, we're getting that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it stinks that we can see it coming a mile away, and it sounds like, oh yeah, that's good. And then it happens. You're like, yeah, but I just like a little surprise, which is why that opening segment was really freaking good. Penta and Dragon Lee, good job, boys.
That was a great match.
This was what we were alluding to. Of they saw Revolution, we're like, why don't we just have those two guys go?
Yes, happy birthday, AJ. No, AJ is definitely really shaking. I was at this point is shaking off the ring rust, and that was one of her best showings to date since she came back. I did like how Bayley was responding, and Lyra's like, "Come on!" It's like, you know, we're gonna get our Mania match. Let's go for the tag titles, which actually fits the storyline because they were supposed to get the tag title shot last year until the Becky thing happened. So it would make sense that they get that corrected and they get their shot at the tag titles. It's just that there's not going to be other teams involved. You know, it's like, looks like it's going to be some kind of like 5-way. Maybe a ladder match.
I've said for a TLC women's match for how long now?
TLC would be kind of cool.
I don't think they'll give them a TLC match though. They'll probably
be at least a ladder. I would think it would be a ladder match.
Ladder. You've got to. You got to. I mean, it's WrestleMania. That sounds about right.
Because right now it looks like it's going to be Nia and Lash defending against Alexa and Charlotte, the Bellas, the Kabuki Warriors, and Lyra Bailey.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. 1,000%. But yeah, no, the Penta Dragon Lee. I think that was the same.
That was a banger match.
They saw Andrade versus Bandito, and we're like,
It's
oh,
like, okay,
we've got two of those.
Yeah, let's show you what we can do.
Yeah, Dragon Lee has quietly been putting in some work.
Oh, he has. He's been killing it.
Yeah,
lately.
his Gunther match was
and then this one
ridiculously good, and then this one, yeah, well done, boys, well done. Those two were the best matches on the show. Was Bailey and AJ and Penta.
Natty and Maxine. Don't give a fuck.
I'm just ready for that to be done. You had a good run, Maxine.
Did you see in the background? Well,
no, I saw it.
We're arguing with the Kabuki Warriors.
Yep.
Austin Theory and Logan Paul talking to Maxine.
Yep. In front of Maxine.
Don't turn her heel and put her in Judgment Day. That's not going to make things better.
I think what they're doing is having it to where Otis and crap. Who's Otis's? Tozawa. Are gonna have them. They're gonna do Logan and Theory versus Otis and Tozawa because they're like, quit talking to Maxine. They're probably gonna do something with that for at least a show. But yeah, you might be right. She might just turn on them and go with the Vision. And then, I don't know.
That would not help.
That would not help. The Americano stuff. It works in AAA. Doesn't work on Raw.
Yeah, it's like the crowd did not care for it. It was not into that.
Although, did you see the video of Rayo?
Yeah.
And
try to hit on Soroka. Yeah.
Soroka, and I was like, I see what you did there. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I do love that the Danhausen cursing continues.
And I like how Kofi pulled.
Yes, he pulled Grayson in front so Grayson would get the curse and not him.
Yeah, he's taking off his shirt. He's like, oh my God, get it off me. And then they did have during the commercial break he had a t-shirt cannon.
Yep.
Cannonhausen or whatever. And then you are cursed. You are cursed. And
the fans chant along every time he says it. So it's I love that Danhausen has gotten over with the WWE fans.
Because it's the same thing, but he makes it different. He puts a twist on every single interaction. Mm-hmm. It's not the same rinse and repeat as it is because he's that good. And they just and honestly, there's no writers. They're just like, all right, here's the segment, Danhausen. What do you want to do? Now, here we go. I want to do this, and then it's going to work. And they even made fun of the whole him running away. And he went to the crowd and the lights went out and he was just like, oh no, oh you can hear me now too. Oh darn.
Yeah. He's
great. Those little bitty things. He's so good. Let me see. Oh, Randy, who do you think he's talking to?
At first I thought because of the Royal Family reference, throwing it back at Cody, that he was talking to his dad, Cowboy Bob. But I like this idea that I think JD from New York was first to throw it out. Maybe he's talking to KO.
Mm-hmm.
That would make me very happy to see KO come back on TV.
Mm. Yeah, it would, and
it would really make sense. That would was what happened between the three of them last year.
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely would.
I'm my fingers crossed that he was talking to KO.
Why? And Roman releasing all of Samoa.
Basically telling the entire bloodline that to go after Punk if they want to, but it's like he's going to take him out at Mania. So because Zilla Fatu is already bitched about.
Yeah.
Punk.
Apparently, obviously, I mean, this is a big rumor, so take this with a grain of salt, and you probably saw it in the dirt sheets.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to do the Larry stuff, and I think they just didn't want to do it. So that's when they ended it with, well, we'll just say that he's old.
And I get it. They would have to get the okay from Punk to do that, and he's probably like, that's still too raw for us.
It's too raw, man. I understand that.
I don't know. I watched the vlog of him and AJ until Elimination.
He couldn't even talk.
He couldn't even talk when they were at pause, and AJ was started crying just talking about Larry. So that's still very raw for both Punk and AJ. So it's totally understandable they decide to no, let's not go there.
Yeah, let's just
plus a lot of people would have said that was in bad taste. It's as well. So it's So they did the right thing by not going there.
One thing too, when they did the little bloodline like little thing with them sitting on the couches and stuff, and he was like, he just never apologized to me. I'm like, Roman hasn't apologized to you. Like, bring that up, please.
Right.
Oh, God. Just make it make sense sometimes.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Let's talk about
Anything
the
else?
Optimus.
Anything
Okay.
else?
The Seth stuff, okay, whatever. Hopefully, hopefully Braun will be ready in time for Mania, so we can have Braun versus Seth. I was like, oh no, if the rumors are true, are we going to have Brock versus Seth instead? But then when Obafemi's music hit, I was like, ugh. And that how they did that was just absolutely fantastic and got everyone hyped for Oba versus Brock at WrestleMania. So well done on that department.
All right, Justin. Let me send you. Let me tell you some things. Austin 316, Jeff Hardy ladder match versus The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, there was I had a handful of them. CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else was that? John Cena rapping on the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
What do they all have in common?
Major turning points for someone's career.
That's when they became legit. This made Obafemi legit. This was perfect in every aspect of it.
You can see how hyped the crowd was over that whole thing.
Every reaction that I saw, I combed the internet. I was like, someone tell me something why this is bad. And everyone was like, thank you for the love of God. They finally gave us what we wanted. And Brock sold.
Yep, he sold the hell of it.
He made sure he made Oba look like $1 million quadrillion.
Because whatever you want to say about Brock, it's like if he's willing to work with you, help someone over, he puts in the work. He doesn't.
He puts in the work. I mean, obviously, him sitting there saying, "Step on me."
Yeah,
on me.
It was a little bit noticeable.
Yeah. But this is when I don't know which episode. Oh no, it might have been after the Wes Lee match where he helicoptered his ass, and the next show I was just like, all right, I like what they're doing with this Obafemi guy, and then his feud with Tony D'Angelo. I was like, they really got something here.
Yeah,
and he hasn't slowed down his momentum.
Nope,
it's only gotten bigger, and they've booked him. Other than taking too long for the Rusev match, they have booked him really well as far as the squashes and stuff that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, just quit holding back and just do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the thing. And they did a good swerve with us too. With the Seth thing. They teased us just enough to be like, I mean, fine, I'm okay with it because it's Seth and Brock. Lights go out. Oba. Okay, good. Now I'm all right, WrestleMania. Yeah, I was good with Roman and Punk. I'm good with Randy and Cody. You had my curiosity. Now you got my attention.
Yes.
This is the match I'm wanting to see. Punk and Roman, you know what you're going to get. Randy and Cody, you know what you're going to get. This is intriguing. What they can do and how they're going to show. Are they just going to straight up Goldberg squash him? Are they actually going to let them go a little bit? Because Oba can go in the ring. They haven't shown his full skill set. We've seen it. Obviously, there's enough tape out there to show that Oba can go in the ring. And they finally are doing the thing that they haven't done in forever, which is pushing a talent when the talent is there. They've been holding back Braun Breaker for some God knows what reason. And they keep putting 1 step forward and 2 steps back with Braun Breaker. Granted, the hernia surgery, a hernia thing, that happens. But when you've got a guy out the gate,
Seth getting hurt didn't help either.
Yeah, but when you've got a guy like Obafemi, who is just, I don't know what else you want in a superstar. I don't know what else you want in a marquee guy.
Yeah,
you did it with Brock Lesnar when he first came into WWE. You just shot him to the top because you couldn't deny it. Oh, you cannot deny Oba. Yes, you cannot deny Oba. I'll give you the floor.
Yeah, no. I don't have anything more to add. It was awesome. and I cannot wait to see that match at WrestleMania. So we got 3 matches that I'm really looking forward to now for Mania. It's like for a while it felt like for a while Punk and Roman were carrying the bill to Mania, but now that Randy turned heel on Cody and over for Brock is finally official, I have 3 matches that I'm really looking forward to at Mania right now.
Yeah, and a 14 match card. At least 3 of them are going to be solid.
Yep.
At least you hope on that. So, but yeah. But no, like the show itself was pretty fun. It wasn't great. That was the best segment of the year. So if you want to, as far as our a spoiler alert, that's the best segment of the week. It's the best segment of the year. It just was. That's the biggest bump I've seen Brock Lesnar take in I don't know how long. It was Oba. But anyway.
So yeah, Raw was actually good.
Yep, that was actually good. All right, let's close out the show with NXT.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah. Oh, you like NXT?
How'd you know?
On NXT, JC Jane defeated Zarya and Zoroka in a triple threat match to retain the NXT Women's Championship. Ricky Saints made his entrance. He claimed Ethan is on his way to becoming a 2-time NXT North American champion, and Ricky is on his way to becoming a 2-time NXT champion. Ethan Page came out and said he was the one who pinned Joe Hendry last week. Ricky said that was a small detail. Ethan said he wants to be a 2-time NXT champ, but Ricky said that wasn't the plan. The NXT champion Joe Hendry made his entrance after some back and forth. The heels attacked Joe, and he fought them off. And then Tony D'Angelo entered the ring and hit a spear on Joe. Tony also hit a spine buster on Ricky and another on Page. He stood tall to end the segment. Fit Finlay and William Regal were backstage with the birthright. Regal wanted them to win the NXT tag team titles while looking at his son Dempsey. Regal then talked to Robert Stone, telling him he was doing a good job as interim NXT GM. Regal said he would speak to Shawn Michaels about making Stone the permanent GM of NXT. Stone thanked him. Los Americanos defeated the Vanity Project in a 6-man tag team match. Vic Joseph was in the ring to host the Booker T appreciation segment. Booker's wife, Charmel, and their kids were in the ring along with some other people. Vic queued up a video paying tribute to Booker. Vic gave Booker a plaque that said it was Booker T Appreciation Night. The fans chanted, "You deserve it." Booker said it's been 35 years of doing this. Booker mentioned his family and students being there. Booker thanked the fans for making it all possible. Then Keanu Carver walked out there with a microphone and told the fans to shut up. Carver beat up some people and got into the ring. Jasper Troy ran down to the ring to fight with Carver. Troy was able to overpower Carver and clothesline him over the top rope. Booker's music played while Booker talked to Troy in the ring. Ren Sinclair defeated Fallon Henley to win the WWE Speed Women's Championship. Channing Lorenzo and Uriah Connors defeated Hang and Tank in the NXT Tag Team Championship #1 contender tournament first round match. Joe Hendry talked to Robert Stone in the backstage area. Hendry wanted a match with Tony D'Angelo next week, but Stone said that they've already made Ricky Saints against Tony D next week on NXT. There was a fight outside the building as Dark State beat up OTM and laid them out. Tatum Paxley was backstage with Thea Hale, who encouraged Paxley ahead of her match. Paxley said that NXT needs more women like Thea. Kalani Jordan walked in and trash talked Thea. Jada Parker entered the room to trash talk Jordan. Then Thea spoke up and said that she'll make Kalani tap out next week. In the main event, Tatum Paxley defeated Easy Dame in a steel cage match to retain the NXT Women's North American Championship. Tatum Paxley was celebrating on the ramp when a trapdoor opened, and it was Blake Monroe. She grabbed Paxley and pulled her under. Blake popped back up and posed with NXT title, North American title, to close out the show. So, Justin, your girl did it. Ren Sinclair is
finally a champion.
Is a champion. And soon to be her best buddy, Kendall, is not too far behind her.
No. It was brief. I didn't want to put it in the rundown, but because there was so much other stuff to cover. But yeah, we had the brief little segment in the back where Ren chewed out Charlie for the heel turn and turning on Tavion. And he was like, you you're somebody that worked with, you know, it's like, you know, and Kendall was like, no, focus, forget about him, and that, you know, you're gonna go win the title tonight, and then I'm gonna go to Stand and Deliver. I'm gonna get my rematch with JC Jane. Very interesting that Lil Vice came in and was like, you know, Kendall, I respect you, but I also want the NXT Women's Championship. So, I have a feeling we're probably gonna have like a number one contender match between Kendall and Lil Vice to see who gets JC at Stand and Deliver. Would be my guess, and I expect Kendall to win that because they've shown repeatedly in backstage segments. Kendall keeps talking about finally getting her rematch after she lost to JC at New Year's Evil. After she won the Iron Survivor match, that she wanted to get her rematch because she knows she can beat her. So it feels like now that she's gotten past the Soul Azaria drama, that we can get that rematch with Kendall, and Kendall can take the title from JC at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. Yep. And Kate agrees with you. So
yeah. I feel like that's where we're going, and I'm excited for that because Kendall Gray is fucking awesome. So happy that she has been moved out of Evolve and over to NXT. It's where she belongs now. She's that fucking good. But yeah, it's awesome that Ren has finally got a title. I mean, a speed title, don't really care for it, but hey, it's a title belt. You know, it means something. It means something to her. You know, it's like saw the backstage with Sean giving her a hug and congratulating her. You know, it's like it's nice that, you know, it's like we've been a fan of Ren's work for quite a while, and it's nice that she is getting some sign. You know, I love the friendship between her and Kendall Gray during QCC stuff. I love all that. So very happy for Ren. And also it helped, not only is it good for her, but also sowed the seeds of the final dissolution of Fatal Influence. You know, it's like cracks starting to form again because of the
and they've got a Jim and Laney Reed, dude. She's really good in the ring.
Yeah, Lady Reed is going to be awesome going forward. Let's see. I liked the chaos of the opening segment where, you know, Ricky's now getting mad at Ethan because Ethan's like, you know what, I want to have the NXT Championship again. It's like, but no, I'm supposed to get the belt. And then you got Tony D coming in and just cleaning house, you know, reminding everyone that he wants the title too.
Yep.
So fatal 4-way incoming, I think.
I mean, these four are the biggest men's stars on the show.
Yeah, they are. So
why not?
Why not? I'm perfectly fine with that. And
Vandy, dude, the Vandy Project, they're so fun.
They're good. Vandy Project, those guys are good, man. Jackson Drake and those guys, good stuff. That was a very entertaining match. I see why they put the tag titles on. But very to see who's going to win this tournament. So Birthright took out Hank and Tank to win the first tournament match. Now
Birthright would be dead on arrival if it wasn't for Fit Finley and William Regal.
Exactly. That the only reason I'm giving the Birthright a chance is because we got Regal and Finley involved.
Yeah, I mean, you need at least one of what either Finley was there, but Regal and Finley just really puts a lot of oomph behind it.
It does. And I love the little bit where Regal was like telling Stone that he's doing a good job and that he'll put a good word for him.
I saw what he was doing. Yeah, he's trying to get in the good graces.
Yeah, he's sucking up to Stone, and Stone was completely oblivious to it. So
yeah.
But hey, when the best NXT GM ever is saying you're doing a good job, I mean that's going to go right to your head. So
I saw when I was looking up some just make sure I didn't miss any news. Shiloh Hill was on main event.
Here is. Wow, that's fast.
Yeah.
They're definitely high on him. He's like I said, he's
the last week I was like, yep, okay. I like what they're doing.
I like what they're doing with him. It's like they really turned around. I didn't like what they were doing at first, but it's like he's one. I'm liking what they're doing with him now.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Like the little segment between Thea, Kalani, and Jada Parker. Especially after light of the crap that Thea was getting on social media and put out that very emotional video about that kind of BS from the IWC. So I like that they had the little segment, and I love Thea's like, I'm gonna make you tap out next week, bitch. It's like you go, Thea. We love you.
Thea has such a good future.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard.
So I guess something going on between those three. Because Blake has moved on from Jada, and as I said, next week I think she's going to be going for after Tatum Paxley try to get the North American title back, and that's exactly what they made clear at the end of the show.
As much as I enjoy Blake going after it, can we just move on and have her go after the title after Kendall wins it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to. Oh God, I'm so down for a Kendall Blake Monroe feud. Give that to me.
Because Sol Roca and Zarya is gonna sell some tickets with their feud. So
that's gonna be a hell of a grudge match for Stand Deliver.
Yeah. Honestly, this because of how good Zarya and Sol are. You know how big of a fan I am of Elena Black now, but she's not as good as these two. So Roxanne would kind of had to carry it a little bit.
Yep.
Whereas this one, I don't see how you can screw this up.
Yeah. And if Soul's about to be, if they're gonna ready to call Soul up, I expect Zarya is gonna win this match at Stand Deliver.
Yeah, I expect either Soul wins it and go. You need to give Zarya the rub because
I think Soul can afford to take the loss. It's like this is because if Zarya's going to be in NXT for a little bit while longer, you need to put her over as a badass.
And SmackDown needs Sol Roca so gosh damn bad.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they need her badly. She's right.
This is our weekly get better as soon as you possibly can, Bianca.
Yeah.
Oh,
she is really missed.
The bloody knuckle. The bloody knuckle.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, I did love the ending though. I love her popping up, from the trap door. Just like she said, she dragged Tatum to hell. So
yep, Tatum's solid, but I could also see where she can lost in the shuffle. Sean knows what he's doing with her.
Yes,
but I can also see where she goes to the main roster and someone might not know what to do with her.
Right. And it's a testament to the booking and her work, her character work, that she is as popular as she is right now. So, and that's great to see. I was reminding about her early days when she was the crazy stalker character, because the NXT channel put up a match between her and Roxanne back from 2024 on the channel today.
That was a good one. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. No, she.
Oh, and speaking of Roxanne, it was nice to see the Prodigy on the tribute video for Booker. I was expecting to see her because she's one of Booker's prize pupils. It's like when she won the title, Booker got really emotional, legit at the commentary desk when she was one day NXT Women's Championship.
I mean, he's known her since she was 16.
Exactly.
You're at 16 when they're like, typically they don't want to do that until they're 18, but she was adamant. So,
that was really nice. That was a really nice tribute video. I thought that was really well done. Seeing Roxy and everybody pay tribute to Booker, and I was expecting Keanu Carver to crash it because they've been building to that for a while. That he's got issues with Booker T, and so that's a way to get Jasper Troy involved, and so looks like they're turning Jasper Troy into a babyface to feud with Keanu Carver. Big meaty men slapping meat. Let's go.
Yeah. Really? You like the video patches, Roxanne? Really? Caden, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Hey, at least you're on brand. Okay, don't ever change. Don't ever change. Stay on brand. Now Roxanne coming back.
Roxanne, I'm missing Roxanne. I'm missing the Prodigy on Raw. Hopefully, she'll be back soon.
That goes without saying that I'm missing Roxanne.
I don't want her to miss out on WrestleMania.
No, I don't want her to miss out on WrestleMania either. So we shall see on that. Los Americanos being on the show was interesting, but
they were over.
But them against the Vanity Project, I was like, that makes sense.
Yes,
let's do that. But Jackson Drake did lose his title.
Yes, he dropped the Evolve men's title because that was his farewell match anyway. So even if he won, he would have to give up the title because he and the whole Bailey Project are now permanently over in NXT out of Evolve. So, but yeah, Jack Strait and those guys are all good. They got a really bright future. I'm really liking this new crop of talent that's coming up. I was really wondering, like, what was going to happen with, all the recent call-ups, with like Oba, Trick, and Javon, and Jordan Grace leaving, and Ruckus that looks like not far behind, and maybe even JC Jane too. I would call both her and Fallon up. Lainey can stay in NXT for a while longer. It's like if they want, but she's so good enough. I could see them having all three move up to the main roster. Unless they decide to do like a big split, because they're kind of teasing it. It's like that, it's like there's been some jabs being thrown again between JC and Fallon that we've seen in the past. So
the women's division I was never worried about. It was the men's division that I was worried about after the call-ups. But they are doing their due diligence.
Yeah.
And how they are presenting these new guys, that it's working, because they're not trying to fit square peg in a round hole and forcing it. They're letting it breathe.
Yes.
They're letting it go. It's like Shiloh. They're letting it organically get there. Keanu Carter. They're presenting him as a threat, but they're also not trying to put him in a place where he can't get out of it. So they're always putting him in the right spots, which is a testament to the booking.
Yep.
It's also a testament to the wrestlers, for once they get that, hey, there's no small parts. And every time they're on screen, they do what they need to do to get over, to make me want to keep coming back the next week. It helps to have a Jackson Drake and the Vandy Project that just are already kind of good. Sean Legacy's already there. Like, it just like some of these guys in ring work is already there.
Yeah.
Let's get them on the mic and get them, because Keanu Carter, you can see it, but you can see the green. Jasper Troy, you can see the green. But I like what they're going with. And they're not trying to push them in the main event when they already have four made dudes that they don't have to mold or do anything with. You got the four main event guys.
Yeah. Joe, Ethan, Ricky, and Tony D deserve to be at the top of the card right now. They're four of the best they've got for the men's division. So them feuding over the title works.
Yeah. As far as JC Jane, her 2025 proved me wrong.
Yes. She proved a lot of people wrong, myself included. I thought she was nothing but just a transitional champion when she beat Stephanie McCurry a year ago for the title for the first time.
Not just that, not to interrupt, but not just a transitional champion. Like, people are like, "Oh, is she gonna call her up?" I'm like, "What is she gonna do?" And after me and you both kind of said that, her title run is not just because she has a bunch of backup. She has owned what she's done.
She's put in the work.
Yeah. Other than her telling Kalani Jordan to get back to NXT when she's the NXT Women's Champion. But that's beside the point. I still just laughed at that. I'm like, you're the NXT.
Yeah, that was a weird spot in the Rumble.
Yeah. But yeah.
No, she's she's really exactly. She's really grown on me. So yeah, I think she's really grown a lot in the last year with her runs as NXT champion. So she's definitely can be able to make it on the main roster now for sure. So and Kendall Grace come along great, because like Kendall is amazing in the ring, and she's becoming more comfortable with promos. She's feeling more natural. She's developing her. Pairing her with Ren has helped both of them really develop their characters, and they've made some really funny sketches in the package. Like the fact that she was like stuffing her face with a cake last week. That's the kind of stuff that you need in order to kind of like you have the audience like you has a baby face, that sort of thing. And apparently we're going to have was it a battle royal to determine who's going to get face Miles Bourne for the North American title at Stand and Deliver. I think it was.
I believe so. I think you're correct on that. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, let me double check on that real quick.
Okay. By the way, North Carolina did end up losing to VCU in overtime.
Well, there's another one of my picks busted.
Yeah. So there you go. Other than that, as far as while you're looking that up for those people at home that are keeping up with your brackets,
it's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet match.
Okay, thank you. Texas beat BYU, so there's an upset there. Texas A&M did end up holding off St. Mary's, so there's an upset there. So yeah, we've had some upsets. We've had some upsets in the madness.
That's always good. That's what people love about March Madness.
All right. Anything else, Justin, before we go to our Moment of Zen video that you will enjoy, and everyone else?
Overall, another good episode of NXT this week, and I'm liking where the build to Stand and Deliver goes. You know, we got a clear direction for what the NXT and NXT Women's title matches are going to be. Soul Workins are going to have a grudge match to try to settle things between them once and for all. We're going to get a North American title match. We got the tournament to see who's going to face the Vanity Project for the tag titles. We're going to get Blake versus Tatum for the North American title. So I'm liking where the build for Stand and Deliver is going already. And we still got a couple weeks to go.
Yep. I agree with that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is your Moment of Zen.
Yes.
Hold on. Gotta mute that. Hold on. Gotta mute that, guys.
Just for a minute.
Just for a minute.
Wednesday. Get in the lane. I can't think of words because I have none. I'm the speed champ. Thanks for the claps. Yes, and because of this, Kendall, you got to hold up on your end of the bargain.
Okay, yeah, that's true. We kind of made a deal. Okay, so I'm an In-N-Out fan. She's a Whataburger fan. And so the deal was if she loses, we get In-N-Out. If she wins, we get Whataburger. And now we have to eat Whataburger. I feel like Whataburger is like a Krabby Patty.
You stop. In the episode where he gets huge. So, first one, ASMR. I think is a Whataburger. It doesn't feel like one, but maybe it is.
That looks like toast.
You look like toast. I hope it's true. Here, there's a Whataburger. She looks a little sad, but it's on the inside what counts.
That is for all the In-N-Out fans out there.
Shut up.
It would never
first off
look like this.
Put it in your mouth.
Respectfully. But like, okay. Really? I switched again?
Yeah, we saw you eat cake already.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna die. I can hear you chewing. She said, I'll translate. Oh my gosh, this is so good. In-N-Out could never. That's what she said.
That was a big bite.
That was huge.
That was pretty good.
That's a big burger. Look, pull that bad boy out.
I will say.
In-N-Out could never.
I will say this is a big burger.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
But it's definitely not better than an In-N-Out burger. But it's good.
The next thing I brought you is a honey butter chicken biscuit with extra honey butter.
Whataburger's okay.
If you know, you know.
It's okay.
I've never experienced Whataburger.
It's just a
menu,
big
but the breakfast menu starts at 11 p.m. So if you're out past 11 p.m., ooh, show that to the camera.
It does look delicious.
That. Ooh, extra honey butter. I said, hey,
that's honey butter.
We have a non-believer. No, we have a non-believer eating this. I said, I need you to make this real good. And they delivered. Thank you, Whataburger in Houston.
Okay.
Put it in your mouth.
All right. It's pretty good. In-N-Out doesn't have this.
There you had it. Kendall Gray said it right here that Whataburger is better than In-N-Out.
No.
Nope, she said it.
I did not.
She did.
A few moments later.
I love those two.
Yeah. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Caden, GIF, thanks so much in the comments.
Yep.
Yes. And
thanks
Justin,
for joining
it's
us.
always a pleasure. We are in the thralls of WrestleMania season. Revolution laid down, planted their flag saying, beat that. And we shall see if Stand and Deliver can do it. WrestleMania has, as of right now, WrestleMania has 3 matches that I'm actually looking forward to. So right now, it doesn't look like WrestleMania is going to get there for what Revolution did. But only time will tell. on that.
You're right.
Stand deliver, like you were saying. I'm looking a little more for stand deliver, just because I'm engaged more in the storylines.
Oh, don't worry. We know what you meant. It's all right.
We
know you meant HBK.
Yeah. On that. So only time will tell. Like, subscribe, join the Discord. It is free down below. But we did it again, Justin. Another day. And we shall do it again next week. So, ladies and gentlemen, you all have a good night. Hope your brackets aren't busted, and we'll see you all next time. See you.